over 60, and still feeling tired, anxious, or off balance, no matter how healthy you try to be. You eat clean, take your vitamins, walk every morning, yet your energy keeps dropping. Your mood swings more easily, and your sleep feels lighter than ever. What if I told you that some of the very habits you've been told are healthy are actually sabotaging your hormones every single day? I know that sounds hard to believe. But I've seen it again and again in women who follow every health rule and still don't feel like themselves. I'm Dr. Lisa Perriera, a board-certified gynecologist with over 30 years of experience in women's hormonal wellness. And today, I'm going to show you the truth about 3 healthy habits that secretly harm your hormones after 60. By the end of this video, you'll see why doing less of what you thought was healthy might actually be the key to getting your strength, calm, and confidence back. Here's the uncomfortable truth. After menopause, your body no longer plays by the same rules. The things that kept you slim, energetic, and balanced at 40 can quietly drain you at 65. Your metabolism slows, your adrenals tire more easily, and your estrogen and thyroid become far more sensitive. That means your body reacts differently to stress, exercise, fasting, and even caffeine. What used to boost your energy can now spike your cortisol, flatten your mood, and make it harder to sleep or think clearly. I once met a woman named Martha, 67, who came into my office nearly in tears. She said, "Dr. Perriera, I don't get it. I'm doing everything right. I walk 3 miles a day, eat clean, skip breakfast to stay light and avoid fats, like they say, but I feel worse every month." Her test results told the story her body had been trying to whisper. Her cortisol was through the roof, her thyroid had slowed, and her estrogen had crashed even further. Her healthy habits were overworking her hormones, not healing them. And she's not alone. Millions of women over 60 are following health routines designed for younger bodies, routines that ignore the delicate hormonal balance your body needs now. After menopause, your hormones become like a finely tuned orchestra. Every instrument, estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, thyroid, depends on rhythm and rest. But when one is pushed too hard, like cortisol from over-exercising or under-eating, it drowns out the others. Suddenly, you're doing all the right things, yet you feel worse, more tired, more anxious, more disconnected. The good news: your body isn't broken, it's just reacting to the wrong rhythm. You don't need to give up your healthy habits, you just need to adjust them for this stage of life. And when you do, the results can be remarkable. Your sleep deepens, your mood steadies, and that quiet inner strength returns. So stay with me, because in this video, I'll walk you through the 3 most common healthy habits that secretly harm your hormones after 60, and how to replace each one with a version that truly supports your body now. You'll discover why too much cardio or fasting can make you feel older, not younger, and what your body actually needs to stay vibrant, stable, and hormonally balanced. Before we begin, take a moment and think about your own daily routine. What's one habit you've been told is healthy, but that secretly leaves you feeling worse afterward? Share it in the comments. You might be surprised how many other women feel the same way. Now let's start with the first healthy habit that most women do without realizing it feels empowering. It looks good on paper, but it's quietly flooding your body with stress hormones that age you from the inside out. Let's start with the first healthy habit that quietly pushes your hormones into chaos: over-exercising. Most women over 60 are told that staying active is the secret to longevity, and that's true, but only to a point. The problem is how you move, not whether you move. You see, your body after menopause doesn't recover the same way it did in your 40s. When you push too hard, long power walks, high-intensity workouts, or back-to-back exercise classes, your stress hormone cortisol rises sharply and stays elevated for hours. Cortisol is designed to help you survive emergencies, not daily routines. When it stays high, it blocks estrogen, and progesterone slows your thyroid and actually signals your body to hold on to fat, especially around the waist. That's why so many women come to me and say, "Dr. Perriera, I'm exercising more than ever, but my belly keeps growing. It's not a lack of effort, it's a hormonal reaction. Your muscles after 60 need recovery time to repair and rebuild. Without it, your adrenals, the small glands above your kidneys that control stress, get stuck in overdrive. And when your adrenals are overworked, your energy drops, your sleep suffers, and your mood starts swinging. You wake up tired, you can't fall asleep at night, and your body feels wired but weak." One of my patients, Elaine, 72, used to start every day with an hour of brisk walking and end with yoga or light weights. She believed more movement meant more health, but she was constantly exhausted and couldn't lose a pound. We cut her workouts in half, just 30 minutes of gentle walking or stretching, plus 2 short resistance sessions per week. Within 3 weeks, her sleep deepened, her cravings disappeared, and her belly bloating started to fade. The scale hadn't moved much, but her energy did. She said, "I didn't realize my body wasn't tired, it was stressed." That's exactly how over-exercising feels to your hormones. It's not fitness, it's internal stress disguised as discipline. The solution isn't to stop moving, it's to move smarter. After 60 short bursts of light to moderate activity, like walking outdoors, gentle strength training, or mobility exercises, help lower cortisol instead of raising it. Think of your exercise routine as nourishment, not punishment. And here's something fascinating. Studies from the Journal of Women's Health show that women who replace intense daily workouts with shorter, balanced routines actually have higher levels of DHEA, a protective hormone that supports energy, mood, and libido. Their estrogen levels stabilize naturally, and their sleep quality improves by up to 40%. So if you've been exercising every day and feeling worse, don't blame your body. It's not failing you, it's asking for a new rhythm. Try replacing one high-effort session with a restorative one, a slow walk, a stretch, or a few deep breathing cycles before bed. You'll feel the difference in a matter of days. And that brings us to the second healthy habit that backfires for women over 60. It's one that millions of people swear by because it helps them lose weight or reset metabolism. But for women in this stage of life, it often has the opposite effect. It's the trend that quietly lowers thyroid function, spikes cortisol, and leaves you feeling colder, weaker, and hungrier. Stay with me, because in the next part we'll uncover why fasting, especially skipping breakfast, can secretly sabotage your hormones after 60, even if it seems to work for everyone else. The second healthy habit that quietly harms your hormones after 60 is intermittent fasting, especially skipping breakfast. I know this one is controversial because everywhere you look, fasting is promoted as the ultimate secret to weight loss, longevity, and focus. And while fasting can have real benefits for younger bodies, it becomes a hormonal landmine for women after menopause. Here's why. When you wake up in the morning, your body naturally produces cortisol to help you feel alert and energized. But if you delay food for too long, that cortisol keeps rising. Your body interprets fasting not as a wellness routine, but as stress. And when cortisol stays high, it shuts down the thyroid and blocks estrogen and progesterone. You might lose a little weight at first, but over time you'll notice new symptoms: fatigue, thinning, hair, cold hands, irritability, and stubborn belly fat that won't budge no matter how clean you eat. Your metabolism after 60 is no longer powered by deprivation. It's powered by stability. Your hormones depend on steady fuel. Without it, your adrenal glands pump stress hormones all morning long, leaving you shaky or lightheaded by noon and exhausted by mid-afternoon. That's why so many women tell me I feel good for a few hours and then I crash. That crash is your body's SOS signal. Your blood sugar has dropped. Your stress hormones have spiked, and your thyroid is struggling to keep up. One of my patients, Joanne, 68, started fasting because her daughter swore by it. She skipped breakfast, had coffee until lunch, and ate a single meal in the evening. At first, she said she felt light and focused. But within 2 months, she couldn't sleep through the night, her skin looked dull, and she felt drained. When we tested her hormones, her T3 thyroid hormone was down by nearly 30%, and her cortisol pattern was completely reversed high at night when it should have been low. We brought breakfast back, protein, healthy fat, and hydration within an hour of waking, and her energy returned within days. That's how powerful a single habit can be after 60. When your hormones are already shifting, even small stressors like skipping meals can throw the entire system off balance. Think of your metabolism like a campfire. At this stage of life, it doesn't need to be starved. It needs to be gently fueled. A warm breakfast, like eggs with avocado, oatmeal with chia, or even almond milk with cinnamon, signals safety to your body. It tells your hormones you're supported. You don't need to go into survival mode. Scientific studies back this up. Research from the North American Menopause Society found that women over 60 who ate within 2 hours of waking had better thyroid function, lower evening cortisol, and fewer hot flashes compared to those who fasted until noon. The difference wasn't just in metabolism, it was in mood, memory, and sleep. So if you've been skipping breakfast, thinking it's helping you stay lean or healthy, I want you to know the opposite is often true. Your body is asking for nourishment, not restriction. Feed it early, feed it well, and it will reward you with calm energy and better balance all day long. And that leads us to the third healthy habit that quietly sabotages your hormones, and it's hiding in almost every wellness routine I see. It's something women reach for every morning, thinking it boosts focus and energy, but it's silently draining their adrenals and aging their skin faster. You probably had it today without realizing it. Stay with me, because in the next part, we're going to talk about caffeine, the invisible stressor that pretends to wake you up, but actually wears your hormones down. The third healthy habit that secretly harms your hormones after 60 is caffeine, especially when it's the first thing you have in the morning. I know this one stings a little. Coffee feels sacred. It's comfort, warmth, and routine. But here's what most women don't realize. After menopause, your relationship with caffeine completely changes. What used to give you focus and energy in your 40s can now quietly drain your adrenal glands, disrupt your sleep cycle, and leave your hormones stuck in stress mode. When you drink coffee first thing in the morning before eating, it triggers a sharp rise in cortisol. Your body sees caffeine as a stimulant, a stress signal. That jolt might feel like energy, but it's actually your nervous system being forced into alertness. For younger women, the body can buffer that spike. After 60, it doesn't bounce back as easily. Cortisol stays elevated longer, which means your thyroid slows down, your estrogen balance worsens, and your blood sugar fluctuates all day. That's why many women tell me I need my coffee to get going, but by afternoon they crash. Or worse, they feel tired all day, but can't sleep at night. That's the cortisol loop, the body's natural rhythm reversed by constant stimulation. Over time, this pattern leads to fatigue, anxiety, sugar cravings, and that wired but exhausted feeling that's so common after menopause. One of my patients, Gloria, 70, used to drink 2 cups of coffee on an empty stomach every morning. She felt jittery by noon, restless at night, and thought she had developed insomnia. When I asked her to simply delay her coffee until after breakfast and switch her second cup to herbal tea, she hesitated. But within 2 weeks, she came back shocked. "I didn't realize how much it was affecting me," she said. "I'm sleeping deeper, and my heart doesn't race anymore." That's how sensitive the body becomes after 60. Your adrenal system, the engine that produces stress and energy hormones, isn't as resilient as it once was. It needs stability, not spikes. And caffeine, especially on an empty stomach, is the fastest way to create instability. Now, I'm not telling you to quit coffee forever. I'm telling you to drink it smarter. Here's how: always eat before your first sip. A small meal with protein or healthy fat protects your blood sugar and keeps cortisol from spiking. Choose 1 cup, not 3. If you crave warmth or ritual, replace your second cup with chicory root coffee, roasted barley tea, or even golden milk, all gentle alternatives that support your hormones instead of stressing them. And if you love your morning coffee, try switching the timing. Have it mid-morning, once your body is awake and fueled. That simple change can stabilize your cortisol curve, improve sleep, and help your hormones regulate more smoothly. Remember, energy after 60 isn't supposed to come from stimulation, it's supposed to come from balance. When your hormones are in sync, you wake up alert naturally without the crash. So let's pause and recap for a moment. You've now learned the 3 healthy habits that secretly harm your hormones after 60 over-exercising, fasting too long, and too much caffeine. Each one looks like self-discipline, but inside your body, it sends a message of stress instead of safety. And your hormones only thrive when they feel safe. In the next part, I'm going to show you what to do. Instead, simple science-backed adjustments that restore calm to your adrenals, bring back natural energy, and support your mood metabolism and confidence. Because once your hormones feel supported, your entire body starts to feel lighter, steadier, and more alive again. Now that you know the 3 healthy habits that secretly harm your hormones after 60, let's talk about what to do instead. How to build a routine that works with your body, not against it. Because after menopause, your body is wiser, more sensitive, and more responsive to small changes than ever before. When you stop forcing it and start listening, balance returns faster than you think. First, replace over-exercising with what I call circulatory movement, the kind that energizes without exhausting. Instead of pushing your body with long, punishing cardio sessions, focus on gentle strength training, stretching, walking outdoors, or light yoga. Aim for 30 minutes of movement most days and at least 1 full rest day each week. Remember, your goal isn't to burn calories, it's to build hormonal calm. Each time you move with intention and breathe deeply, you lower cortisol, stabilize your nervous system, and improve blood flow to your skin, brain, and heart. Second, swap fasting for nourishment. Start your mornings with a grounding breakfast: protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Think Greek yogurt with nuts, oatmeal with chia and almond butter, or eggs with avocado and whole grain toast. This combination tells your adrenals, you're safe. Your thyroid wakes up, your blood sugar steadies, and your estrogen and progesterone fall into a more natural rhythm. You'll be amazed at how quickly your energy stabilizes when you give your body what it truly needs instead of depriving it. Third, manage your caffeine intake mindfully. You don't have to give it up, but you do need to time it right. Always have your coffee after food, not before. Hydrate before your first cup and stop caffeine by early afternoon so your cortisol can taper down before bedtime. If you crave warmth later in the day, try herbal teas that soothe your hormones, chamomile, peppermint, or rooibos. These help your adrenals rest and support deeper sleep. When you make these small shifts, the effects build quietly but powerfully. Your sleep deepens. Your morning energy returns. Your mood feels more even. And your body starts working with you again instead of against you. You begin to wake up feeling restored instead of restless, and that's when you know your hormones are back in sync. One of my patients, Irene, 73, once told me, "I used to think aging meant shrinking, less energy, less joy, less everything. But now I realize it just means listening. Within 3 months of adjusting her habits, gentle exercise, mindful breakfast, limited caffeine, she said her body finally felt like home again. That's the kind of transformation I wish for every woman watching this. Here's what I want you to remember. Aging gracefully isn't about discipline or restriction. It's about cooperation. Your hormones are not your enemy. They're your body's language. When you feed, move, and rest in harmony with them, they reward you with vitality that feels natural, not forced. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment below and tell me which of these 3 habits you're going to adjust first. Are you going to rest more, eat earlier, or cut back on caffeine? Your decision might inspire another woman to start her own healing journey tonight. And before we close, let me remind you, this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every woman's body is unique. If you're experiencing persistent fatigue, hormonal imbalance, or other symptoms, please consult your healthcare provider. Your well-being deserves personalized care. So tonight, take a deep breath and give your body permission to slow down. You've spent decades taking care of everyone else. Now it's time to care for yourself. Because your hormones aren't fading, they're simply waiting for you to treat them with the gentleness they've earned.